The Halifax Regional Municipality is in a unique position in that we have both a dense urban core and a very broad rural community. So while we have land to expand into, there isn't necessarily always the required infrastructure to bring services outwards and sprawl into those lands.
500,000 people today, planning for 1 million by 2050. But Halifax can't just sprawl. Every system has to work everywhere. In 2016, Paul Schaffelberg had a problem.
While we were knocking it out of the park, delivering traditional GIS services, we were really limited to what the business units were requesting of us. But our team could solve so many more business problems than people realized. They thought of us as the maps team. The change came when we stopped having conversations about GIS and mapping and really started having conversations around business outcomes and challenges and the things that were really keeping them up at night. Things were going well. We'd integrated road closures into fire dispatch, we were tracking response times, but field mobility wasn't fully deployed. Then in May 2023, the wildfire hit, the ultimate test. I was mowing my lawn and I had my headphones in connected to my phone and it started to ring. And knowing what was happening, I didn't even need to look and to see who it was. Of course, it was our Director of Emergency Management. They needed somebody there. And even though it was a Sunday evening, within an hour, we had staff at the EOC. I was familiar with the Esri disaster relief program, but I didn't have time to process what we could ask Esri. But it didn't matter because they called me. And immediately they were like, let's just activate. We'll take care of the paperwork. You just keep doing what you need to do. All through that week, their team became our team. It was absolutely incredible the support we got.
The Upper Tantallon wildfire hit the rural outskirts, the hardest place to deploy technology. If it worked here, it would work anywhere.
Your home is such a personal thing. So to not know what's happening to it is pretty much one of the most stressful things you can imagine. What we wanted to do was figure out how do we get that information to people as quickly as possible so that they can begin the recovery process. Within 24 hours, we had tablets in firefighters' hands taking geotagged photos of every property in the fire zone. The lesson that we learned was, wait a minute, we don't have to overcomplicate this stuff. That wildfire gave us confidence to move fast. Now we create field apps in days, tracking invasive bugs in hemlock trees, mapping dark areas that need street lighting. If it worked in a crisis, it can work everywhere. Personally, I know that I have the best GIS team in the world, so when I see things from our senior leaders that are demonstrating that they get it, that feels really good. That means I've done my job. The most important thing is get out and talk to your business users. Challenge yourself not to use the words GIS or Esri. You can't wait for them to come to you. You have to go to them. Not with all of the answers, but with a willingness to listen and a really great imagination.